Okay, so it's been a minute since I've spoken to you, so it's time for an update and to let you know what the plans for the future are. So we'll get into it in a minute. I'll see you then. Right, so we'll get to the bad news first. We run into a huge problem with the 45 gallon. I get the feeling that the sand put in there really wasn't a good choice. Came down a few days ago and virtually all the limnophilia was dead. There was a little strip about 2 inches long which I've managed to rescue and put them with a shrimp. The Vallis was heading the same way. I've managed to rescue that. I've put it in the 3-foot tank. And even the Bacopa, which normally goes really well in my tanks, wasn't looking good. So I tested the water and the pH is absolutely tanked. So I get the feeling it's something to do with the sand. So what I'm going to have to do is just strip it down and start that again as a different project. Anybody who was looking forward to being finished, well, I'm sorry, it's had to go on hold. It'll give me a bit of a chance to collect a few more bits and pieces for it. Like I say, I want to replace the light, especially get the filter, CO2 system. But yeah, that's been scrapped. There's nothing I can do about that. In better news, the 3-foot tank's looking really well. It's a little experiment to see if the plastic strips in the bottom would stop the plants from travelling to other places. That seems to have worked. Like the Amazon sword is still where I put it. The Bacopa is still where I put it. Obviously the Vallis wasn't growing very well in there, but the dwarf Sage, that's not transferred to any other places, so that looks like that's a success. So what I might do is use some of the stuff out of there in the 4-foot tank when I redo that one, and then rescape the 3-foot one after that. Like I say, I'll show you the tanks in a minute, and just so you can see what's going on. Good news with the shrimpies as well, they're doing well. I do get the feeling that I've got all males there, so I'm going to go back to the fish shop and see if I can get some females to put in there. None of them have got saddles on, there's no sign of any of them carrying eggs. So yeah, my luck, what can I say. The little tank where all the other fish were originally, that's being used as a hospital tank for one of the black mollies at the moment. It was being bullied, so it lost a few scales. But yeah, I'm going to be rescaping that, and I'm thinking of putting all the female black mollies in there, separating them from the male. Might put the male guppies in there as well if there's enough space. I'm being overrun with guppies. There's even more babies in here now, so I need to find a way of stopping them from breeding. But yeah, what I'll do, I'll move the camera around and I'll let you have a look at the tanks one by one, so you know what's happening with them, and then we'll go from there. Like I say, it's just a short little update video and tell you what I've got planned. So yeah, I'll move things around and I'll let you look at the tanks now. I'll be back in a minute. So yeah, this is the 30 gallon. I call it the 3-foot, it's not actually 3-foot. But as you can see, all the plants are doing well. The Vallis that's over on this side is the stuff that came out of the 45 gallon. It's just in there because I've got nowhere else really to put it at the moment. There was meant to be Vallis anywhere in there anyway, so hey ho. But yeah, I don't know how well you can see, but it's just everyone with babies. There's dozens of the things in there. So yeah, I'm going to have to try and sort something out to get the males out of there in a separate tank. But generally, very happy with this. It's grown well. I mean, I'm going to be like chopping the Bacopa back down again. It's like up to the surface of the water again. The Amazon sword, I was surprised how well that did, because it's like quite a nutrient thirsty plant. But the extra depth that I put in the substrate back there seems to have done the job there. But yeah, I call this one a success. It was only really an experiment. It wasn't meant to be aesthetically pleasing. When I redo it, I'll take a bit more time, try to make it look a little bit better. So yeah, that's tank number 1. Okay. So onto the shrimpies tank. As you can see, it's doing quite well. Not a great deal of plant growth yet, but it's not been set up too long. It's only been a couple of weeks, 3 weeks. But yeah, the shrimps are still alive after the disaster the first time I tried it. I'm happy with that. I put some floating plants in there, but generally everything's just ticking along. I'm throwing in a quarter of an algae wafer in there. I've got some shrimp sticks on the way as well, so hopefully that'll help with the skeleton, exoskeleton should I say, when they start to shed. But like I say, I think I've got all males in there. There's no sign of any females with saddles or any eggs or anything. So yeah, it's a trip back up to the shop to see if we can get some females. So yeah, that's tank number 2. Yeah, and so on to tank number 3. As you can see, there's just like one black molly in there. She's being treated with some medicine. She had a couple of scales missing, but she seems to be okay now. But got a few plants, a few rocks in there. But I'm thinking of scaping it up and just using it for the males, black mollies and the male guppies. Try and separate them, slow the breeding process down a little bit. So yeah, that'll be something that'll be coming in the near future. Hopefully not too long, but yeah, I'm going to try and make it a nice little scape, the same as I did before in there. So yeah, that's another thing that's going to happen. So that's tank number 3. Now on to the disaster of tank number 4. And so we come to tank number 4. I say I feel a little bit annoyed about this one. I'm going to try and separate the sand as much as I can, because there's quite a lot of aqua soil in there that I don't want to waste. But yeah, I'm just going to have to redo it. It was a disaster from start to finish. It's like the wood started to float, the pH wasn't right, the planting didn't go well. So yeah, I'm just going to empty it out and start again. But yeah, nothing more to say about that. The least said the better, I think. So anyway, I'll talk to you then. Just move the camera back to where it was, and I'll let you know what plans I've got. I'll see you in a minute. Yeah, so as you can see, I've got a little bit of work to do. 3 tanks that I'm going to be scaping over the next couple of months. Starting with the hospital tank that the guppy's in. That'll be my next project. I'll be starting that in the next week or so. I've got all the stuff I need to do it. And then possibly the 3 foot. Like I say, if you empty the 4 foot, I'll probably just use that to store all the fish if you like. And then I'll probably be rescaping that one, making it more natural, I hope. And then when that's once finished, then I'll start concentrating back on the 45 gallon 4 foot. Hopefully I'll get it right this time. So yeah, that's my plans for the future. So male black mollies and guppies in that one. Natural sort of environment-ish in this one, trying to make it look a bit more aesthetically pleasing. I'm going to do that to like Amazonian, so there's going to be like angelfish, Rominose tetras, cardinal tetras in there. Try and make it a traditional Amazonian type tank. So yeah, generally I've got a lot of work to do. Hopefully I'll be able to get that done, like I say, over the next couple of months, and I hope you keep on watching. So please like and subscribe, and I'll be seeing you soon. Okay, take care, bye bye.